Hi guys, what's up? So I've wanted to make this video for a while because it's come up often during the coronavirus pandemic, and that is acne that is being caused by wearing a mask all the time. So a lot of my nurses and staff have been complaining about this from wearing a mask every day, and I've started to hear from those of you out there who are wearing your mask like you should, but starting to get acne breakouts. If you're just tuning in, I'm Dr. Abigail Waldman. I'm a dermatologist at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston. My goal with this YouTube channel is to help you improve your life by providing some information and tips about health, medicine, and skincare. If you're interested in getting more information on how to improve your life through medical knowledge, then hit that subscribe button and get new videos every week. So it's important to understand why wearing masks can cause acne. So the first reason is that the mask acts to occlude the hair follicle and trap any sweat and skin and anything that's on your face and causes acne. Second, the mask can cause an acne-like rash around the nose and mouth, which is called perioral dermatitis. And this is generally due to contact with substances or irritating substances that are within the mask. So these are some basic tips to prevent and treat acne breakouts from your mask. Prior to putting on your mask, you want to wash your face with a gentle cleanser. If your skin tends to run oilier and acne prone at baseline, then it's okay to use a cleanser with salicylic acid. Otherwise, if you don't have acne prone skin in general, this might be too harsh for you and actually cause more redness and irritation. But certainly something to try if you have very oily or acne prone skin. You don't want to use bar soap, which is very basic, and you don't want to use any harsh scrubs that will strip the outer layer of your skin, causing it to become more sensitive and actually causing more breakouts. You want to moisturize with a non-comedogenic light moisturizer about an hour prior to putting on your mask. When choosing a face moisturizer, you want to choose something that's hypoallergenic, labeled for face, for sensitive skin, and even fragrance-free. Despite what you might be seeing on Instagram, this is actually not the time to experiment with new products that might cause your skin to become more sensitive and more prone to breakout. Avoid wearing foundation or concealer that can further block pores and cause breakouts. And if you typically wear a beard, especially during the summer, you might consider going beardless in order to, again, prevent further occlusion of those hair follicles. So if you've been wearing that mask for a long period of time, it's a good idea to, once you remove it, to wash your face again with a gentle cleanser. And that removes anything that might be irritating the skin from the mask, anything that's occluding the hair follicles. After cleansing, it's a good idea to re-moisturize, and you can even moisturize with a pretty thick emollient such as Aquaphor or Vaseline. So another thing to consider doing is to actually change the mask that you're using. So sometimes you can have a sensitivity to certain materials, and that just changing to a different material can be helpful. So even for surgical masks, which can be different materials, sometimes switching to a different one actually can improve your breakouts. So I experienced this personally years ago, prior to coronavirus. I noticed that a certain mask I was using every day in surgery was causing me to break out around my nose and my mouth, called perioral dermatitis, and just switching to a different mask completely remedied the problem. So this might be something worth doing. Even if you're using a cloth mask, it's worth trying a different type of material. Also, if you're using a cloth mask, you want to remember to wash it regularly and to pay attention to what type of detergent you're using. So you want to use a hypoallergenic detergent, and this typically comes in a white bottle, and you want to make sure not to be using any dryer sheets, which can cause sensitivity and irritation. Of course, switching your mask is not always an option for healthcare workers. You might be assigned a certain type of mask. You might be using a respirator, an N95 respirator. And so there's little wiggle room in terms of switching, in terms of changing your mask. So if you've tried all these tips and you're still getting breakouts, or if you have significant acne, then it may be time to add some over-the-counter medications to your regimen to improve your breakouts. So the first product I would recommend starting with is adapalene, which is a retinoid. You can have other prescription retinoids if you already have that at home, and you can get retinol over the counter as well. Adapalene is over the counter. You want to use a pea-size amount, so a very small amount distributed over a wide area on your face, and you want to do that at night. Oftentimes this can cause a lot of sensitivity and redness when you first start, so it's actually best to go slow. So actually starting like every 4 nights and increasing to every 3 nights as tolerated, and eventually getting up to every night. You want to be very careful when you're in the sun, because again, product can cause a lot of sensitivity, and just make sure that you're really protecting your skin in the sun when you go out. The second product is azelaic acid, and this is available over the counter in different formulations, and it can be used with the adapalene or with another retinoid. Again, just being aware that that can increase the sensitivity of your skin. The azelaic acid, again, you want to use a pretty small amount and applied broadly over your entire face. So when do you need to see your dermatologist or your doctor for this? So if you've tried all of these tips, if you've added the adapalene and the azelaic acid, you've changed your mask, and things are still going downhill, then it may be time to talk to your dermatologist, either by a virtual visit or in person, or to your physician. Your dermatologist may be able to recommend further prescription medications that are necessary, including oral antibiotics or other oral medications or topical medications that can help. The other time you may consider talking to your dermatologist or physician, if you have lesions that are specifically right around the nose and mouth, and all the changes that we discussed haven't helped, you might be looking at a condition called perioral dermatitis, which sometimes does need a prescription medication, including a topical antibiotic, an oral antibiotic, or some other topical medications that can help. So I hope some of these tips on how to prevent and treat mask acne were helpful. Let me know in the comments about what worked and what didn't work, and any other tips that you've noticed have helped your acne while wearing masks during coronavirus. Also, let me know about any other skin conditions you've been experiencing from wearing masks chronically, and I'll try to address those in future videos.